jant jigéenu weer yaa ñu leeral ya yonga cant kum fi ju yaa go veñ.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jotayu Mimi. It's been a little while. Today I would like to address you in English. I've been communicating for these past days and weeks in Wolof and in French, but I think it's important also that I dialogue with the audience that solely speak English. I would like to discuss with you about the current situation here in Senegal. The situation is that President Macky Sall is getting closer and closer to announcing his unlawful candidacy for the 2024 elections. I would like you to remember that in 2016, he put forward to the people a constitutional change that clearly stated that no one could exercise more than 2 consecutive terms. It was very clear. We campaigned with him. We spoke to the people, we spoke to leaders, we spoke to religious leaders, and he made it very, very clear that this would be his last term. But he started signaling some very concerning sign, saying that, well, when he was asked by journalists, oh, I can answer neither yes nor no. So he started getting, blurry, I would say. But now his allies and people of his parties are organizing meetings, calling for him to run, and he's making it clearer and clearer that he is going to run. In the process, he is also trying to get rid of all serious candidates, starting by Mr. Sonko, and he's after him, and he chose the justice system to bear him from the upcoming election. That's not going to be his last move in terms of removing serious candidates from the ballot. He announced that he's going to change the sponsorship, but what we are guessing is that he will make it very difficult for serious candidates to be contenders. So that is what we are going through these days. In addition, as you may have followed, several journalists have been sent to jail for just expressing themselves. There are about 300 young people jailed after demonstration, peaceful demonstrations. So we are witnessing a regression, a real regression of our democracy. Of course, he's under a lot of pressure, internal pressure and international pressure. Our international partners are concerned because Senegal is known for its stability, its legendary stability. We are used to go through fair elections, and we've been a peaceful country for quite a long time. So our development partners, our business partners, our traditional friends, and our new friends are very concerned because, as you know, we are surrounded by countries that have serious security issues, dealing with terrorism, etc. So President Macky Sall called for a dialogue, court-to-court dialogue. On one hand, he's going after opponent, he's jailing journalists, and myself, who used to be a parliamentarian, he stripped me from my position, and he excluded me, of course, illegally from the parliament. So on the other hand, he's calling for a dialogue. But guess who answered yes? That was PDS, the party of former President Wade, who is supposed to be in the opposition, but at the parliament they never voted for the opposition. I must tell you that when I decided to become an independent parliamentarian, President Macky Sall lost his majority at the parliament, yet he succeeded to pass all the laws, thanks to the votes of this very same PDS parliamentarian. So both together, they have organized a dialogue, but in the dialogue, there is two things that President Macky Sall would like to achieve. He wants any participant at the dialogue to agree with him that he can run for 2024. But they're going to put it in a diplomatic way. They're going to come up saying, well, let's leave the Constitutional Council decide about who is going to run. But let me remember you that the Constitutional Council, the members are all appointed by President Macky Sall. One, so we seriously doubt that they're going to be independent. Second, the Constitutional Council, it's even not a court, is not above the decision of the people who voted for the reform of the Constitution. I recall that says very clearly on its Article 27 that nobody can run more than twice, very clearly. So today, the dialogue, court-to-court dialogue, is about making sure that in the conclusion and the recommendation of the dialogue, it is clearly stated that President Macky Sall could run, or let's leave it to the Constitutional Council, where all members are appointed by himself meaning President Macky Sall. In the meantime, young people are still in jail. In the meantime, only yesterday, one journalist who was arrested is under a judicial process. We do have also the leader of the opposition, as I said, Ousmane Sonko, who is going through two trials at the same time. He's called to court on the 8th and the 16th. And myself, as I said, I was stripped illegally from my parliamentarian position as an MP. So this is the Senegal we live in. Yet, the democratic forces got together, meaning opposition parties, civil society organization, independent personality got together and formed what we call the F24, meaning, this gathering of, the real forces in the country that would like to defend democracy. They gathered under four objectives. The first one is to make sure that President Macky Sall respects the Constitution and doesn't run. The second one, we are saying very clearly that everybody should participate. This should be inclusive election. President Macky Sall should stop harassing opponents. Fourth point is that we would like him to immediately, it's not even we would like him, we request very strongly that he frees all these young people in jail. As I said, they are more than 300 peaceful demonstrators. And lastly, we request very strongly that he organize peaceful and transparent elections. So that Democratic Front, as I said, that gathered opposition parties, civil society, organization, independent personalities. There are 132 members. So we have clearly said through our coordinator, Muhammadu Boj, that we are not interested by such a dialogue. It's not a dialogue, actually, it's a political maneuvering. And if President Macky Sall wants to seriously dialogue, he needs to, first of all, respect the Constitution. As he said, he must free all these young people in the jail. He has to organize free and fair election, and he has to stop harassing opponent and let everybody participate to this election. That's where we stand. So I would like to call upon all Senegalese people who have serious concern about our democracy that is praised all over the world. I call upon women particularly. These are our kids out there in the street demonstrating for their liberty, demonstrating for freedom, demonstrating for a better life. So we should support them. We should be in front of them, actually. I call upon also men, I call upon opinion leaders, religious leaders, to join us and for the meeting that and the gathering that we will be organizing May 12th, inshallah. Thank you for listening.